It's time now for Anderson Speedway's Track Talk. Catch up with everything that's going on at Anderson Speedway with Rick Dawson and Gary Mong.
Good evening. Welcome to Track Talk. Rick Dawson, Gary Mong. We are at the Mountain Small Special Events this evening. We're back. Appreciate daughter Lauren and Jessica filling in for us last Tuesday while we were getting a little R&R.
After a big month of May and first part of June, yes.
Since February for me.
Yeah.
I know you have a lot of vacations, but
oh, thanks you. Yeah, right.
But we appreciated the time off and came back to some great racing last Saturday night. We had good weather. The temperature was perfect, and we've had some great racing as a result of it.
I think the overcast skies through the day kept the temperature down, and like you said, it provided for great racing Saturday night.
One of our now new, or it's not new anymore, one of our annual events, Paul at PGG, we present the PGG 100 with our McGonigal engine late models.
Modders?
Yeah, modders. Thanks to our good friend Paul at PGG and Jack Neal at Motion Motors and Jimmy Thompson at Thompson Builders and Mike Norick at Norick Petroleum were able to put on this show. Scott Tomasak, who won just a couple of weeks ago when the CRA Sportsman was there, looks like he owns the track every time he's been there. Set fast time early, and then the feature was a little different story.
It was a good race. I think for the most part, Jack Dawsey III pretty well had him covered. He was setting the pace with Scott and Jeff Markham, and there was somebody else, Ronnie Rose, in the early going. Then something happened to Ronnie's car about a quarter of the way, maybe a third of the way through the race there. But then
15 laps.
Well, that's almost a quarter.
That's 15% of the race.
Okay, 15% of the race then. Anyway,
are you going to make it?
I don't know. My voice has been kind of going in and out all day today. So
good. Tammy's going to be happy.
Yeah, you might be happy too for the show's over with. But anyway, I'm not sure what lap it happened on, but as they were battling for the lead between Jack Dawsey III and Scott Tomasek, the two got together in turn 3, and that really relinquished the lead to Jeff Markham, I believe, at that point.
Sounded like Scott Tomasek just got a little too aggressive going into 3 at the bottom, and he had just bragged to me the week before when he won the race how he'd done it on the outside. So I don't know. He's not used to our track, and sometimes you think you see an opening going into turn 3, and it's not there.
And he was battling with a driver that is known to use the outside line to pass on, which is Jack Dawsey III. So that might have been something that maybe was throwing him off. I'm not sure, but.
But anyway, it ended up to be a great night for Jeff Markham. Paul had a special trophy made.
That was a neat trophy.
With a
muzzle loader, yes,
mounted on a nice wood frame. So Jeff Markham picked that up in a $2,000 purse. Danny Trent finished second. Billy Van Meter got around Kent Ballage to finish third. Of course, Kent finished fourth, and Jason Neal in the 42 car finished fifth. Joe Woodring and Daryl Draper finished 6th and 7th, and it was
good finishes for them.
Have finishes. Then we had the Markham Welding Pro Compacts in action.
I think we had 20 strong in those. That was a good field of Pro Compacts. Of course, they hadn't had a chance to race for one. That was their spring championship, if I'm not mistaken.
It was.
And
it was deja vu from, I think, the first race. Adam Lee from Newcastle came in and set fast time and won the feature.
He did. He pretty well set the pace, and there was nobody was going to touch him. I think we only had one caution in that race there, so it was pretty good race.
Jared Keller, Matt Tharp, Terry Neal, and Ryan Claiborne rounded out the top 5 there. And then we had our new figure 8 division, which we're still building on. So you got to be patient with us. We're trying to there are more cars being built, we are told. So hopefully they'll be a lot stronger here in a couple of weeks when they run again. But Jeff Swinford won that race. Bruce McFall finished second. Nick Warner third. Larry Sutherland fourth. And Curtis Chapman finished fifth. There's something happened to Curtis's car. I'm not sure what.
Yeah. Him and Jeff were putting on a good battle at the early going, but then something did break on Curtis's car.
This weekend is a big weekend at the Speedway. Friday night we have an open practice for all divisions. Pit gates open at
4,
and we practice from 5 till 8. Then Saturday night, it's the Pull-Apart Street Stock 200, one of our more popular races of the year. With the CRA Street Stocks, we'll also have the Markham's Welding Pro Compacts back, and the Legends will be in action this Saturday night. Then on Sunday, it's a doubleheader weekend. The Royal Purple 50 with the King of the Wings Sprint Car Series. All the top drivers right now. There's 3 events this weekend. It starts out Friday night at Toledo. They go to Winchester on Saturday, and they come to Anderson on Sunday. Right now, Davey Hamilton told me they had 32 cars committed to go. Now, some of them may happen over the weekend,
right.
Maybe incident or something. Some of them may make it, but we should have a good, strong field of cars. And the names are who's who in sprint car racing. Of course, Jacob Wilson, Bobby Santos, Cody Swanson.
Local Aaron Pierce.
Aaron Pierce will be here. There's a ton of drivers, and we'll talk a little bit more about that after the break. We're going to get Davey on here. And we've also got a special 50-lap Thunder Roadster race this weekend. It'll be the big race for the Thunder Roadsters.
That show is going to start at 6 o'clock on Sunday, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
We'll start a little earlier on Sunday. Could have started a little early. You didn't know back when we scheduled it, how hot it was going to be.
Right.
If you start one at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, in the middle of summer, it could be brutal.
But, I'm seeing temperatures in the upper 70s this weekend. That's
all weekend.
It's going to be great.
Right now, knock on wood, it looks dry all weekend, which we could definitely use around here.
It'll be perfect.
We had a big tree blow over the other morning during that storm Sunday morning back behind the Turn 2 beer stand. It blew over right on top of the fence.
It went the other direction, though, away from the track.
Nope, it fell towards the track.
Oh, on the track fence. Oh, I thought you meant
not the track fence, the fence behind the beer stand. You probably didn't even know there was a fence back there. It's back where the bunnies live.
Okay. I usually
Which there are like billions of those back there.
I usually don't go back there, so.
But Kenny got it all cut up, and we're repairing the fence tomorrow, and we'll be good to go.
Good to go. All right.
Saturday, but fortunately, that's all we had. They're just south of the track by the golf course, and the addition up across the street from it had all kinds of trees down. The Oddfellows Lodge had a great big old tree fall down.
Wow.
Near it, so it was pretty brutal. The weather's been kind of
funny. This I don't know if funny is the word for it. It's just weird.
But this weekend again, all kinds of racing going on. You do have time. Sundays, the ARCA race over at Winchester. I think it starts at 2. Our race doesn't start till 6. Should be out of Winchester around 4. So come over to Anderson Speedway. If you have your ticket stubs from Winchester, you can bring them to our ticket office, and we'll give you $5 off the front gate admission.
Good deal. It's a good deal.
So you can definitely get your fill. They're racing on the dirt up at Plymouth tomorrow night.
Are they really?
So I wish it wasn't 2 hours up there. I
like
really
to see that up there.
What they've done to the track.
Yes.
But that's a big event going on tomorrow night at Plymouth Speedway. So there's all kinds of racing going on as we prepare for the big Figure 8 Madness on July the 4th, week from this Saturday. Huge
Figure 8
night.
Racing and
the Outlaw Figure 8s are just gunning to come back to race at our track. They're not racing anywhere else that weekend.
That's right.
So we should have a lot of cars. We got our Figure 8 division. We also have got trailer races. Kenny's been working on several guys on trailers, so we should have a good field of those. And then a great big old fireworks show.
Great.
That's all July the 4th. But this Saturday night, we have one of our popular events, like I said before, the Pull-Apart Street Stock 200, and that is presented by, and we couldn't do it without our good friends at Pull-Apart. And on the phone with us this evening is our good friend Corey Cox with Pull-Apart. Corey, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing just fine, guys. It's good to talk to you.
It's good to talk to you, too. It seems like it's been forever. We've missed you guys. What's going on with Pull-Apart? How's business, and you expanding, or?
Yeah, thanks for the question. Things are good. Business is booming. We have been having a gang-up year. We've got a lot of people flocking out to the yards across the country, and all 28 are alive and kicking well. We've got 29th actually coming online here at the tail end of the year, flip side into the new year, up in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania, toward Pittsburgh, which will be our first one in Pennsylvania. That'll make our 29th. So very, very excited about having a great year with good success for our customers thus far, and I couldn't be more pleased to be involved this weekend coming up at Anderson Speedway.
Well, we really appreciate you folks. Pull parts is kind of a unique concept in auto parts. Kind of explain, if you could, to the fans exactly what's different between you and other companies in the same business.
Well, yeah, we are a little bit different. We view ourselves as the un-junkyard, or the Rolls-Royce of the used auto parts business. Also, we're the environmentally responsible way for folks if they want to recycle their old car and sell something that isn't quite of use to them anymore. We'll be happy to take that off their hands, too. We've got computerized inventory and easy vehicle search and parts interchange online at pullapart.com available. And we make things fast, cheap, and easy. So you can find information out online if we have the types of vehicles that'll have the parts you're looking for to replace for your car. And then come on in. It's real easy. We've got customer service in the retail store ready to help you and talk about various things you need to know about finding that part. And then it's basically a do-it-yourself model, which allows us to keep costs and prices down for all of our customers. And they can just come on in and visit with us and get access to the yard. We have a VIP program, which is available to everybody coming from Anderson Speedway, which gets you discounted admission, which is free on the first visit to the yard, and then 50% off on future visits, which means it's only $1. And then all of our parts are priced the same way for an engine's an engine, and we kind of go from there, and we do everything we can to keep the prices low and help out all the do-it-yourselfers. So we deliver screaming value, and again, we're fast, we're cheap, and we're easy.
And you're convenient also. You're located near us down just off of Mass Avenue in Indianapolis, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we're right there in Indianapolis, conveniently located right off of the freeway there. And, we'd love for you guys to come on out and visit with us. And hope everybody has a lot of fun this weekend at the race. If you were going through Indy, you would find us there at 2505 Producers Lane at 46218 zip code if you're needing that. And if you're going to visit the location, the best way to think of it is it actually backs up to I-70 there, kind of tucked off of Massachusetts Avenue. So 2505 Producers Lane there in Indy, 46218.
Well, it's not only just for the regular consumer, but you have all kinds of parts there available for some of these divisions for the race cars also. I mean, it's a tremendous way to get very inexpensive parts and great service for our racers.
Yeah, we love racing. We're very active in it with what we do there at Anderson. We got some things going on also in the Southeast. If people watch Xfinity Series and Ryan Sieg, and we even got an up-and-comer we're involved in down here, Emily Riley, who's quite a fireball. So we love racing. I had actually had the opportunity to work for Ford Racing before, once upon a time, before coming to Pull Apart. So we take all brands' interest and all racers of all stripes. So come on out and visit us. We'd love to see you. And Scott and the team over at the store in Indy would be happy to connect. So.
Well, Corey, we're really looking forward to hosting you and your whole group Saturday night. We got a great race on tap. The Street Stock 200. We usually have upwards of 30, 35 cars start that race. 200 laps. The weather's going to be beautiful. I just can't think of any place I'd rather be than Anderson Speedway Saturday night with my good friends at Pull Apart.
Yeah, we're ecstatic to be there. We're going to be present. My colleague Laura is especially excited because she has the opportunity to attend this year as well. So come on out and visit with Laura, and we can't wait.
Well, we'll see you Saturday night. And Corey, thank you for everything you do for not only just us but for racing in general. We really appreciate it, and we'll look forward to seeing you Saturday night.
It's an honor, and we've got the engines and all sorts of parts if you all need them, and your listeners need it. We'd love to see you Saturday night and also at our spot there in Indy.
Fantastic.
Sounds good.
Well, you have a great evening, Corey.
Yep, you guys take care, too. Appreciate the call, and keep it cranking.
We'll do it.
Thanks.
Corey Cox with Pull Apart, a
Great
sponsor,
yes.
great partner at Anderson Speedway. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to our good friend Davey Hamilton with the King of the Wings series. You're listening to Anderson Speedway's Track Talk.
When I was a boy, we had family pitch-in dinners on Sunday, so I knew on Saturdays Mom would be in the kitchen baking pies, and especially sugar cream pies. I will never forget pulling a chair up to the table. I always turned the chair around back so I could perch on my knees while watching Mom take her fingers and flute the pie crust. You know, that little squiggly thing all the way around. And of course, after the pies were baked, we would beg and plead with Mom, only to have her put her foot down and say, nope, we were not going to get any pie until everybody came by tomorrow. But on Sunday at the family gathering, that first bite of pie was always worth the wait. Mom's a little older now, but that doesn't mean we can't enjoy freshly made sugar cream pies together. Now, instead of Mom making them, I pick up a Wix sugar cream pie. They use simple, fresh ingredients because of Wix rigid freshness standards. The wholesomeness and taste of their pies is better than Mom's. But don't tell her I said that. Now you can pick up a Wix sugar cream pie at most of your local grocery stores. Just look for them in the frozen dessert aisle. I'm Brownie, and I can honestly say about Wix pies, you don't just eat them, you enjoy them.
Heart attack? Stroke? Serious injury. A sudden health crisis can happen to anyone, at any time. So when bad things happen, choose good people. St. Vincent Anderson Regional Hospital has the area's most advanced emergency care, with a state-designated Level 3 trauma center, an internationally accredited chest pain center for heart attack patients, and advanced certification for primary stroke care. We have all the resources to deliver the care you need for any serious or life-threatening emergency. St. Vincent Anderson Regional is the only emergency department in the area with an on-site helicopter. And our $27 million state-of-the-art surgery pavilion opens later this year. Bad things can happen to anyone. Thankfully, good people are ready to help. Choose emergency care from St. Vincent Anderson Regional, the spirit of caring. Visit stvincent.org/Anderson Regional to learn more.
Honey, stop! Oh my gosh, that's Diggity's back there.
You mean the new Diggity's Frozen Treat Factory?
I heard it's unbelievable. Everybody's talking about it. They have everything yummy.
Yeah, I heard they have ice cream, yogurt, custard, sorbet.
And gelato, plus fruit smoothies, and that's just the beginning.
I heard Diggity's has over 250 toppings, not 30 or 40 like those other places, and you can even get the candy to go separately.
We can eat outside on their huge patio by the fire, too.
Okay, let's see. Frozen yogurt, ice cream, custard, sorbet, and gelato with 250 toppings, or a plain old frozen yogurt shop with limited toppings?
Diggity's it is!
Diggity's wants to cater your event. Diggity's can set up at your event inside or out and provide delicious smoothies, frozen cappuccinos, candies, and frozen treats to your guests. Diggity's is perfect for weddings, company picnics, group outings, sporting events, festivals, you name it, just call Diggity's. 765-393-0033 today for more information.
MoFab Incorporated, where imagination is the only limitation. We serve residential, commercial, industrial, and municipal customers as your metals warehouse and fabrication center. We do all types of fabrication using the latest technology with unmatched speed, accuracy, and durability on any substrate. Our ornamental division handles all types of interior and exterior work, including rails, fences, gates, and more. So contact us at mofabbing.com to fabricate your dreams of tomorrow today.
Tired of feeling like chum in a Shark Tank? At Auto Farms McLaughlin Ford in Middletown, you'll feel like more than a number on their bottom line. Sure, we're in sales, but we're not salesmen. No high-pressure tactics, no haggling over prices. You're in charge. You're in the driver's seat. Bottom line, if we can't beat the price by at least $250, we'll give you $25 for giving us a chance. So pull out your phone, bring us a quote, whatever you have to do, we'll beat it. If you're at Auto Farms McLaughlin Ford in Middletown, you're at the right place.
This program is a presentation by Anderson Speedway. The content contained in this program is that of the host and guests, and not this station.
Well, Bob.
John Cougar Mellencamp.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. John Mooger Mellencamp.
Yeah, whatever.
We're back.
You know what I meant.
Anderson Speedway's Track Talk, Rick Dawson, Gary Mong. Before we go any further, we need to send our thoughts out to a good part of our racing family. I mean, these folks have been there since the beginning with us. The Lanes,
yes,
over in Muncie. If you haven't already heard, the race shop burnt yesterday.
That was theirs?
No
mercy.
Burnt everything, I understand, and also they lost their dog in the fire. And of course, Phyllis has had, you probably know, Phyllis has had some health issues, and she was actually in rehab when this happened. I talked to her this afternoon. She is getting out Friday. That's good news there. But if you can help the Lanes with whatever they might need, everybody knows Wendell and Derek and Phyllis. They're just a part of Anderson Speedway, and we hate it for them and wish them the best and everything. This Saturday night, we have the Pull Apart Street Stock 200, the Markham Welding Pro Compacts and Legends. That's Saturday night. We have an open practice on Friday from 5 to 8. And this weekend, we also have a special Sunday race with the Royal Purple 50 at the King of the Wings. And we've also got our Thunder Roasters and all the stars and cars of the Thunder Roasters in a special 50-lap race. Rodney Oliver, if he can, the old man can last 50 laps.
You wait if he's listening to this.
John Robbins, I'm pretty sure he is. John Robbins, Doug Duggar, the whole group of Thunder Roasters. We're getting more of them, it seems.
And they put on some great racing, too.
They're fun to watch.
Yes, they are.
And I'd live for the day we have 20 or 30 of those on that track. It's just going to look cool. But the King of the Wings, it's a sprint car series for wing sprint cars. That's actually nationwide. They've got I think 4 different divisions, and we'll ask Davey here in a second. He can explain it.
4 regions, don't they? Is where they
the Northwest, Florida here, and I believe out east somewhere. And we are the third leg of the Midwest Tour this weekend. They start out in Toledo at our good friend Ron Drager's track on Friday night. Then over to Charlie Shaw's track in Winchester on Saturday, and our track Sunday evening at 6 o'clock.
And they do points, I think, per region.
Yes.
As well. Like there'll be a 3-race series, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then they get points for that, and then I think they also get a national points, too.
Yeah, and the overall point standings right now, Bobby Santos is leading, but only by 1 point.
Wow.
So it's pretty close. I mean, and some of the names on Davey's entry list, we got Davey on the line, so we'll just let him tell us. Davey Hamilton, how you doing this evening, buddy?
Good, Rick. How you guys doing?
Y'all
doing good.
Doing great. You ready for a big weekend?
I am. I'm actually out finishing cutting my grass, so I go racing this weekend. Domestic stuff out of the way.
There you go.
Are you going as fast on that mower in like 10 seconds like the sprint cars do?
I do have a pretty fast mower, actually. I don't know if I'd race against some of those guys, but it goes pretty good.
Well, this is something a little bit different for us. I mean, obviously we've had wing sprint cars before, but we've got a lot of stars coming in this weekend, and the format's a little different. Tell us a little bit about the King of the Wings, Davey.
Yeah, Rick. Yeah, thanks for. First of all, thanks for having us at Anderson. I mean, it's it's an honor to be able to race at a track with the history that Anderson has, and it's also great to be at. We want to go to all size racetracks, small and big. So obviously Anderson fits into our short track plans. So, but the concept I came up with after racing for years and then getting into wing sprint cars and just knowing what a great series they are, what fun cars they are to watch and to actually drive, and they put on such good shows. But what I found is I was racing in the Northwest and the West Coast because that's where I'm from, and then you come out here and run in the Midwest, and every now and then down in Florida. But what I found is they never race against each other, and so for a couple of years I kind of studied the rules and tried to figure out how do we get sprint cars on pavement the same from coast to coast. And so I spent a couple of years doing that, and finally came up with the courage to put together a series, obviously called King of the Wing, and we put a program together where the best to race against each other now, no matter what coast they're from or what area they're from, and really shows who the best wing pavement sprint car driver is, and team. And then it also, when you bring all the best in the country to one place, the competition is just crazy. So we're looking forward to this weekend for sure.
Well, the whole concept is great, and you work with the promoters so that and the other series so that you're not competing against the other series races. You do go above and beyond what you can to help the promoters because you've been on this side of it before, and you bring some of the best sprint car drivers, if not the best sprint car drivers, to the series. Who's some of these guys that and maybe ladies that we can look forward to seeing this weekend?
Well, I'm glad you said ladies because Sarah Jackson from Idaho is coming this weekend, and she ran second twice in 2 of the King of the Wing races last year, once behind Jacob Wilson and once behind JoJo Hellberg. And so she's a real deal. So she's going to be attending. She's an up-and-comer, and look forward to having her here. And then, we got not just our regulars, but, we got the Larson brothers out of Canada coming. They set fast times at a couple of the King of the Wing events, but they haven't pulled off a win yet. So they're hungry to challenge guys like Aaron Pierce, Jacob Wilson, Bobby Santos, who's our points leader right now. And then there's a lot of young, hungry guys. Cody Swanson, he's a past champion of Silver Crown Series. He's coming to run some sprint cars with us. So a lot of different guys, a lot of different areas. Yeah,
he sat on the pole of the low 500 this year too.
Yes.
That's right, absolutely. So, it's guys that we've seen before from this area. Majority of the guys are from the Midwest. Troy DeCare, there's still a slim chance of Troy coming. Lenny Puglio, who's 1 year race before with Dave Steele driving the little 500, they were coming, then weren't coming. Now they're back on trying to get here. So hopefully they'll make the trip up to the Midwest.
Well, we certainly hope so.
Looking forward to it.
It's just a huge day, a huge weekend for sprint car racing. Toledo on Friday, Winchester on Saturday, and then our track on Sunday. If you can't get your fill of open wheel racing this week, I don't know what we can do.
Well, that's what we found as well. And Rick, one thing that you brought up, which is so accurate, is this King of the Wing is I didn't want to be a competitor or competition with any existing series at all, and without the existing series, King of the Wing is nothing. We're just a special event. We race 12 races 4 times a year, 3 down in Florida, 3 here in the Midwest, 3 in the Northwest, and 3 in California. And we do them 3 days in a row to where, people that travel across this country could go race 3 days in a row. And the fans, the participants, and sponsors, it makes it a lot easier for them to pick 4 weekends out of the year to hit big races. So, but without the regional and the local sprint car series races, we would be nothing. So you're exactly right. We want to work with every series the best that we can, and the key element is to get every series, including King of the Wing, all of us on the exact same rules package. So it doesn't matter if you're going to race with somebody or if you're done racing, going to sell your car. Your car is more valuable to not just somebody in your area, but across this country. So hopefully it's gaining some momentum, and here in 3 years, I think another 2 years actually, I think we'll have every sprint car on pavement on the exact same rules package. So that's pretty exciting.
That would be fantastic. Well, we're about out of time, Davey. We appreciate everything you could do. It's the Royal Purple 50, a 50-lap feature. We've got heat races, and it's going to be a fun day Sunday at Anderson Speedway. Davey, thanks for taking the time with us, and I'm sure we'll talk to you later on in the season.
Anytime, guys. Thanks. And come to see that one especially. That's where we're going to crown our Midwest champion. So we're looking forward to being there.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Davey.
Davey Hamilton, might as well say a legend.
Absolutely.
In racing, been in.
He's bringing payment sprint racing back. Thank gosh.
Again, Friday night open practice. You don't have to be a sprint car or any division races. Anderson Speedway pits open at 4. Practice 5 to 8. The pull apart street stock 200 Saturday night, along with Markham Welding Pro Compacts and Legends. And the Thunder Car 50 and the Royal Purple 50 with the King of the Wing sprint cars. That's Sunday.
Big weekend.
Full weekend of racing at Anderson Speedway. We hope to see you there. For Gary Mong, I'm Rick Dawson. We hope you have a great week, and we'll see you at the track.